BYDFi is a crypto exchange on desktop and mobile where you can spot trade, futures trade, use leverage tokens, and copy the trades of top traders. If you sign up with the link in the description, you get a free $100 when you deposit $100. There's hundreds of crypto available on their spot exchange, as well as a free test account so you can practice futures trading without getting wrecked. BYDFi. Hello everybody, welcome back. Let's have a look at some of these coins, some of these charts. We're doing a live stream tonight. It's the beginning of the month, so if you want to sign up for Patreon, it's always good value for money if you do it at the beginning of the month, so you get a full month's worth of Patreon stuff. So we're doing a live stream tonight at 8 o'clock, so it's £7.50 a month. You know, 2 live streams a week. Can't complain with that. And if you pay annually, you get a massive discount too. Anyway, so let's get started. So we'll start off with the euro. So the euro has moved all the way up to that area that we expected it to. So worked exactly as expected here on a 4-hourly. But surprisingly, we're still sort of dancing around that area. We've not had a clear and clean or crisp rejection from there. With no bearish divergence on this 4-hourly, the mover is actually quite sweet. So we move over to the 1-hourly, and we do see some bearish divergence brewing on this sort of pathetic little portion of the move. However, you know, by being above all these areas on the 1-hourly, and with an incoming golden cross on the 1-hourly, maybe we do actually start to continue with the uptrend, and maybe this horrendous drop has been avoided for now. And we could look back in hindsight, and Captain Hindsight would look at this, you know, in a month or so and say, well, there you go. There's your cup and handle, baby. Whereas me, I'd be like, well, let's base this around momentum. We got the drivers of bullish divergence on this last stage of the downtrend, and we expected a move into the resistance. Why did I say resistance like that? Into the resistance. And we were expecting a rejection, but we've not had it yet. So we'll see how the rest of the day pans out. There's still plenty of time to get rejected from there. But the end of the day, what we were saying was rejection likely around this area. And with the Dixie, a pullback into a 200 exponential is like 103 basically. Which is still definitely all completely 100% on the cards. So we shouldn't expect anything other than a continuation on Dixie and a continuation of the downtrend for euro, but for the moment it's holding up okay. Now, what we were saying on the live stream on Wednesday night and reiterated on the video yesterday is that as we expect this move up on euro, it would likely lift up things like stocks and commodities and obviously crypto, because that's what we focus on. So I wake up this morning to see that actually has been the case. So we've got Bitcoin moved up to the top of the range. The breakdown area that we lost, which is 27,200, we've moved right up to the top of there. And if you move to your daily, you can see that that is basically a Bollinger, not a Bollinger Band, a 10 exponential as well. So there's a lot of resistances still at this level. So we've moved from the bottom of the range to the top of the range within this mid portion of this descending triangle. As it stands, similar to the euro, we're sort of fighting around a resistance area for, if we want continuation, you do need to see closures above all these areas, and you could get bullish to the top of the range. We were talking about this as well. If you want to try and play the descending triangle as a range, you could try that. But usually making trades within triangles are often, you know, pretty hard and, you know, fraught with risk. But if you take the trades at the bottom of here, with a view to take profit at the top, which is, like I say, a reasonable thing to do. It doesn't take long to know if you're wrong. You can put a stop loss basically just ever so slightly below the bottom side of the range and get stopped out if we were to break. Because a break from this level, like we were saying yesterday, would be pretty nasty, and we would continue with a much deeper downtrend. Maybe even down to around 23,000, you know, over this month. Yeah, I suppose this month. And all of that is still definitely on the cards. We've not broken out of this triangle one way or another. We're still trading within it. So any area is you know, we could break out, we could break down. At the moment, it's still 50-50, you know. But it's a decent reaction. But long story short, similar to what I said yesterday, the reaction on crypto, Bitcoin, stocks has been given to us by this bounce on the euro. And the euro is something that we saw come in and we expected it. And so a bounce to simply make another lower high is our expectation. Anything other than that would be a bonus for those of us who hold spot and investment purposes. For those of us who trade, we're not particularly fussed about which direction it goes. So looking for a rejection around here would be fair game as well. But at the moment, it is holding up okay. Now, if we go to the daily on the euro, and I know I'm flicking around these charts, but if we go to the daily on the euro, you can also see the 200 exponential is what held it, and we're currently battling with that the 10 exponential. This bounce could get rejected up at 108.1, and that would be a Bollinger Band center. That would be a serious move up, a serious bounce, but again, nothing other than another lower high and move back down. I'm not going to say one way or another which bias I hold on this one. The trade that I expected is basically materialized, and so I personally think we're looking for another rejection, but who knows? Who knows? Markets do get excited. Just a rundown of some of these altcoins that we've highlighted, or a couple of them at least anyway. So XRP still running, sitting at that resistance yet again. We determined on the Bitcoin pair that there was a pump signal, and that is still in play to move up to 1960 or to 2200 sats. We don't have the pump signal on the Tether pair yet. We're still waiting for this portion of the cloud to go green. That's good. EWT, something that's been basically doing next to nothing for a very long period of time, shot up overnight. That's very nice, up about 30% as we speak. We're moving to that 200 exponential, and we were talking about AI stuff, weren't we? About 2 weeks ago, saying that there's AI situations with stocks, and that might transfer over to crypto. So one of my AI holdings, one of the ones I generally believe in on a fundamental basis and also on a technical basis, I entered this trade back down here where we hit that 200 simple moving average. It started to move onwards and upwards. No pump signal or anything like that on the daily, but still pretty sweet. It does look quite good. It's getting quite hot, but not completely overheated, not to the max or anything like that. So things are looking good for some of these altcoins that we've highlighted on the channel. There's still plenty of altcoins that don't look very good, Algorand being one of them. But you can't have it all right? You can't have it all. Spread your portfolio amongst things that work and things that fail. For the moment, Algorand is simply just failing. But I would be... Well, I already have picked a load more of this up, but I'll continue to buy it up as it's low because I think it's going to work out in the end. Right, so at the end of the day, things are looking okay for this very moment in time. Keep our eyes on the euro. The euro is where it's at. The euro is going to determine the continuation of which direction all markets want to go in. It more or less is that simple. I know that the euro itself has more than just technical reasons for it to move, but based on the technicals, we did get that bounce that we expected, and we bounced to the area that we expected, so we should also expect a downtrend. So in summary, it is nice to see everything green, but don't hold your breath because we're at resistance now, and the trade that we set ourselves, the goals that we set ourselves based on this chart alone, have already been met. So if you want, for those who hold spot or invest, get excited if we break above from here. As far as a day trade or a 24-hour setup, that's done now. It's all done. Right, thanks for watching. I hope you have a nice day. Take it easy.